Yo, what is going on, guys? Got an absolutely brutal video for you here today of modern womanists getting absolutely humbled. You know, these are girls who go out here and say things like, I don't need no man, I can do everything myself. And once again, they get hit with a dose of reality. So let's jump right into this one. As always, guys, do not forget to leave your own thoughts and comments. Have you seen things like these personally? Do you think it is absolutely hilarious? Let me know down in the comments below, and let's jump right into the video.
Welp, anything to go viral, right? I don't know how long it'll take for things to shift, but I and all of you can agree that feminism in all its forms just isn't functional. It's why they insist on making one display after another instead of doing anything productive. I mean, look at them. The door has been completely pushed forward and they think they can twerk and floor their way into repairing the car and making an escape.
I mean, me personally, guys, I think it's very strong. I think it's very independent. I think they should continue to go out here and destroy their vehicles because I find it very damn funny. Let's continue.
Oh, Harris supporters. It's possible. See what happens to attention-starved people? It always ends the same way, bro, but they never learn. Had she been in the kitchen where she belongs, this wouldn't have happened. I find so much pleasure in watching this. Same, brother. Same. It's just gonna get worse, people.
Guys, women like this are so damn annoying, man. They're so damn annoying. So what, this guy took this seat when it was free, and now she's mad because she was apparently setting up for something. I don't know, maybe she was setting up her camera to record herself or something. Like, it's ridiculous. I swear half of these women don't even come to the gym to actually do exercises. They just go there to record themselves and take pictures, and then they just leave so they can get validation on social media. It's absolutely crazy. Right, and she's just, of course, she's sitting there watching him the whole time as he does the exercise, by the way. So damn obnoxious.
Yes, please move and stop your actual workout to another place so I can make a thirst trap for my 35 followers. The gym has become the home for so many feminist freakout clips that I'm surprised not much has been done about it. Of course, some gyms no longer tolerate it, but I think it's about time there's a full-on ban. That, or maybe it's time to just treat places to work like bathrooms, just like they did back in the day when things were decent. The comments are, cameras should be banned in gyms. That would suck for those just trying to motivate others, but there doesn't seem to be any better option at this point. Revoke her membership, problem solved. Modern problems require modern solutions. This is actual harassment, and the gym should take responsibility to ban harassment. I'd stay there till closing time after that. I'm cranking Metallica and doing every exercise imaginable on that bench for the next 3 business days. Both of these are about as close to the level of pettiness I'd support. Kudos. The entitlement of this woman thinking she has all the right to tell people to move so she can film. I would put my headphones on and tell her to go away and let me do my workout.
Just by the way, like the dude said, this whole situation quite literally took longer than it would have been had she just left him alone. If she had have just left him alone to do his set or even sets, it probably would have taken less time than her incessant whinging. Can you guys imagine being in a relationship with a woman like this, by the way? It would be absolutely insufferable. She would make every sort of disagreement into this long, drawn-out, annoying thing. It would be a complete pain. And again, guys, right, I mention this every time we see these sorts of videos, but, you know, these are the girls who complain the most oftentimes about men. and the fact that men won't do things for them or they can't get relationships out of them, but they never actually have the introspection to be able to look at their own personalities and say, hey, I'm a giant pain in the ass. Obviously, men don't want to talk to me and they don't want relationships with me, right? We see videos all the time of how men are using women, and women are sad because they only get used, quote unquote, used for bedroom fun. It's like, these dudes cannot have relationships with you anyway. You're psycho, you know?
I'm becoming convinced that this is why headphones have become a gym staple, beyond drawing out the terrible music. Next.
But I just got fired because of that video of Big Lotto's challenge. Yay, I'm glad I put 6 years in a company that would fire me, and literally a day of posting one video that harmed nobody, that everybody was actually literally rooting for and happy about, but whatever, smart decision, smart move, you know? And then they put me on, it's called like an EFR list or something. Basically, I can never get rehired again. They will never rehire me again. Okay.
I had to look into this because keeping up with TikTok trends is about as damaging to the brain as taking a big sniff of gasoline. But apparently, this was just some kind of stupid challenge where people needed to make a video at work to earn a reward. Anyway, one of the primary examples for why feminism is so dysfunctional, which is on full display here, is that so many women in the West think they can just stop working out without consequences. Lady, you work at a Waffle House. It's not shameful to do conventional labor, but it is shameful to try and shake it on the company dime. Here are the top comments.
Wait. So let me get this straight. This woman decided to post some sort of like thirst trap thing, some sort of trend where she was, I don't know, shaking her backside or something on the internet, and then the company fires her because she posted it publicly and probably tagged the company as well, or it's probably obvious where she was. Based on what she was wearing or the location. I mean, of course the company is going to fire you. They don't give a damn. They'll replace your ass in 2 seconds. I mean, I saw a video recently, guys, where a woman did something similar. You know, she gets on there and she starts talking smack about her workplace, making them look bad, saying that she doesn't need them, and so on. And granted, that's a little bit different to this situation here. But of course the companies are going to fire you. They're just going to replace you. They don't want somebody who does this. And this woman's so shocked. I worked at Waffle House for like 6 years and they threw me out because I did spicy things online or because I did a stupid trend. You're damn right they did. They don't want employees who do this. Obviously they did.
It is shameful to try and shake it on the company dime. Here are the top comments. You too young to be at Waffle House for 6 years. I agree that she didn't work there for that long, but come on, she looks at least 39. 6 years at Waffle House? They helping you, bruh. Bingo, gold star for you. Imagine being on your phone at work and getting fired. Wild. Not really. I mean, it's not like she was just checking Instagram or texts. These videos are a full-on cringe performance. Nobody is paying for that. And they shouldn't. Moving on.
Feminism has definitely ruined all of that where it comes to men being men. Men step up. There was, I don't know if you guys saw that article that there was some girl that was drowning and the guy saved her life and then he was like, she was going to sue him for touching her. Oh, he touched me without my consent. Bitch, you were under the water, you were dying. Like, he literally saved your life. And she's like, well, for a brief moment, I was grateful that I was alive. This is why men don't step up, because when they do the right thing, they get crucified. If you want better men, be better women, because it starts with you. How you act, how you carry yourself, how you talk to them. Treat a man like a king, he'll treat you like a queen.
It's always surprising when you hop on expecting some babble, but then you stick around for the logic. I made a video a while back breaking this case down, where a chick planned on suing a man for saving her from drowning after idiotically jumping off some rusty tower and hitting several protruding objects on her way down to the water. Just to update everyone, she did try and backpedal and say that the whole thing was satire, but all of that seems mighty convenient considering she only did that after all the heat on the internet. The comments are, feminism has ruined everything. Zero functionality, 100% damage. So not true. When women were the perception of what good women were, men abused their power and still did what they wanted to do. That is the problem and why so many women are centering themselves. Be good to your partner, men and women. First off, the top half of your comment made me take an Advil. Second, you've been watching way too much propaganda, lady. I'd stay in school, but your mob infected the whole institution. I
think it's really crazy, by the way, these situations, guys, where like dudes can't even help modern day women because we're liable to get sued. You know, like there's some sort of violence going on, some sort of crime, and it's like if or somebody's attacking you, for example, and you can't defend yourself, you can't intervene, you can't try and do good because you're the first one who's going to get hauled down to the police station if you decide to do something about it. It's ridiculous, guys. Of course, men are not participating in this nonsense because, again, they are actively punished for doing so. There are situations, guys, where dudes go out here, they get attacked, bad things happen to them, and they can't even raise their hands in self-defense because they know as soon as the police come, everybody's going to look at them. Well, he's the man in the situation, so obviously he's the dangerous one, you know? And again, like that even extends to saving women, apparently. You know, you have these situations where like the woman gets mad at you even though you fix her problem or you, I don't know, save her life. We covered a video, I think it was yesterday, where a woman was pouring water on her in her engine the other day, right? And she thought it was where the wiper fluid goes. And I mean, obviously it destroyed her engine, but the dude came over and tried to help her, and she told him to screw off and said that she had a boyfriend. So it's like, even when dudes are trying to help, we just get ridiculed for it. We get treated like trash. And apparently sometimes we're getting dragged to court for it as well. So great stuff there. Good job, womanism. Very strong, very independent. What is this one? Let's take a listen. These women preach every day that they are above average men. Let's take a listen here.
I wear this watch here, but I can't tell time. What?
Oh my
goodness. I can tell if I look, but you know how people be like, oh, it's 473. 473.
Oh no.
It's 445.
You mean 513?
No! It's 445. 445.
Yeah.
I don't know what I just looked at. I have no clue what this says. Okay, tell me if this is the right time. The little one has me at
Adrian.
The caption, "These women preach every day that they are above average men," could not have been stated better. Shows like The View have been on for ages, profiting on divorcees folding laundry in a house they won after the settlement. Also, I think this might be the first time I related to the look this one chick gives as this ex-actress tries to figure out how a watch works.
Oh yeah,
Women
she's
like
dumb.
this love to take and use inventions that are solely man-made, claim that they could do it all over in some better way, all while doing what she did, believing an hour is 75 minutes long. Here are the top comments. Lord help me. The other woman is so ashamed of the other girl. She should be, and if this was more common, maybe the West would correct course. She can vote? Ugh. They all can vote, hence why people can be arrested for nothing more than posting a naughty word on Facebook or Twitter. Shit, it's 4:73, I'm gonna be late. Why would you tell the world that? Simple, bud. They'd never believe they're wrong. She'll now start blaming men because they probably made that watch.
Yeah, I mean, watch her make it somehow dude's fault. But again, like, how on earth, guys, this actually hurts my brain. How do you not know how to read a watch? I swear to you, I've also seen women unable to tell their left and rights apart. Have you guys ever seen that? Women will be out here and they'll like put their hands up and make like the L shapes with their thumb and their first finger. And because they can't figure out which way is left and right, so they're trying to, you know, read it like an L because they've got a method of determining their left and rights rather than just actually knowing it. I mean, it's so stupid. What's the point of even having a watch in the first place if you can't read this? I remember being taught how to read a clock when I was so damn young, man. And it's not difficult. It's really not that. It's even numbered for you oftentimes. You know, like, what the hell is this? And even if it's not numbered, it's not damn hard. Guys, somebody help me, man. I'm losing my brain cells. I'm losing it.
And that's the average mental cycle of the feminist. Moving on.
Why would a star be opposed to sleeping with a guy on a first date? Would they have any more fear of being labeled a than their career would label them a?
You know, porn stars, when they approach with a civilian, let's say, there's so much that comes into play. A professional in the adult industry is staying up on their testing and has to be very careful and cautious about the interactions that they have because you're shooting, and when you're shooting, you have to show up to set with a test that says negative to all the potential bodily interactions and infections that can happen. So, you know, that's a big thing, is that civilians in the civilian world might not understand that a lot of professionals in this industry, testing and their status of tests matter. And so taking a risk of having an interaction with a civilian who doesn't know their status sometimes isn't worth it.
You know, I always say these chicks think they're soldiers. After this, I don't think anyone can doubt the claim. The version of responsibility that modern women promote is testing before the carousel ride or asking their single mom to bail them out of a massive amount of credit card debt.
I've actually seen a lot of these adult actresses, shall we say, you know, oftentimes they go on and they have all of these mental issues, they unalive themselves, and then they cry and complain about dating or their career path and things like this. You know, why won't men date me? Why are men only quote unquote using me for one thing? And I've always thought that that has been absolutely hilarious, guys. Again, like night workers, adult workers, all of these sorts of people trying to get men to commit to them is just, it is just so out of my realm of understanding. It is absolutely hilarious, okay? Because men have no reason to commit to these types of women, guys. They absolutely do not. You mean to tell me that you go on camera and you have bedroom fun with dudes for money, but the guy you apparently supposedly love, you know, or the man who you're looking for a romantic prospect with, he has to, you know, take you out to dinner and treat you like a princess and everything. It's like, you are not a princess. You are not a traditional woman. Again, guys, you have non-traditional women wanting traditional treatment from men. And here's the thing. I have no, if women want to go out here and be non-traditional, go to all these clubs, make these sorts of lifestyle decisions, I mean, go right ahead. I don't particularly care. As long as I don't have to interact with them and I can avoid them, I don't give a damn, okay? But I think that they should not expect traditional men. If you're an untraditional woman, you should not be getting a traditional man, in my opinion, right? And that's why so many of them struggle. They're looking for that traditional man, and all the traditional men say, yeah, no thank you. No thank you.
This chick refers to regular people as civilians because if she hadn't, she'd actually have to take some semblance of responsibility for completely ruining her life. So, like the rest, she puts herself in a special category, giving her supposed profession a different name. The comments here are, it's not about how people label her, it's about who she wants to be intimate with. It's really very simple. Way to romanticize the escort hustle, lady. Diddy would be proud. I never thought about it. Wow. Staying in their bag, very mindful, very professional. I'm gonna vomit, people. I swear to God. Porn stars are still people and have the right to reject whoever they want. Shocker.
Nobody's saying that these women can't reject whoever they want. Yeah, I just find it very funny how, like, all of a sudden, intimacy becomes sacred to them now. You know, they'll do all this stuff on camera, but, after that, guys, they use high levels of discretion. You know, you really have to treat them right in order to have the bedroom fun access, guys. And here's the thing: a lot of guys are going to say, no, thank you. You know, I'm not looking for a relationship with this type of individual. I'm not going to put in all of my traditional expectations when she literally does these sorts of things for a living. It's ridiculous. It's a trade, right, where men get screwed over. I've said this many times. I think men oftentimes really do get the short end of the stick in terms of relationships. People like to pretend like relationships aren't a trade, or that, you know, men and women aren't looking for things in the opposite gender. They absolutely are. And let me tell you this, men, particularly if they date women like this, are getting scammed. Absolutely scammed. Offering commitment for a woman like this is like paying thousands upon thousands of dollars for a car that's going to break down in 1 mile. I mean, you know, or a car that doesn't even work, to be honest with you.
That kind of clashes with the whole civilian statement this woman used to describe normal folks, but all right. Well, sweetheart, the average civilian isn't banging 6 dudes a day and taking it in every hole, so the odds of them having something is pretty slim. Finally, someone who gets it. Next clip.
2 + 2 = 4. Agree or disagree?
I mean, it depends on what the 2 is. Is it a pregnant mom? Is it 2 pregnant moms? Because that's more. So everything is not as simple.
I mean like math.
Just like 2 pencils + 2 pencils. Is that what we're talking
Yeah, like the number two plus the number two.
Oh
For the
my.
most part, yes.
What do you mean for the most part?
Like I said, there's some
parts.
variations where, but the thing is, even that is a flawed concept because it's actually, that pencil is billions of atoms that are vibrating. So we.
Yeah, guys, you heard it here first. Simple addition is a flawed concept. Mathematics, flawed concept, guys. Holy hell. Somebody save me, man. I'm losing it. I'm actually losing it watching this video.
We've come to call it one pencil, but it's actually however many atoms vibrating on the same frequency to make this appearance, this optical illusion that this is a pencil.
I don't know, guys. I'm stumped. Why do you think she's no longer married? This one doesn't even just apply to Eastern or Western women. In either system, it's all women. See, chicks, when they don't understand a question or how something works, never want to show ignorance. They proceed to complicate things as much as possible to make the problem insurmountable. It's one of those accountability doges that a lot of these women do without even noticing that they're doing it. And when you live in the West, with all the barriers broken down, this tactic is inflated to the point where there's no point in even trying to speak with them. Anyway, here are the top comments. Brain rot. He didn't ask for the makeup of the pencil. The concept isn't flawed. Her thinking is the issue. The elements that make up the pencil aren't the pencil. The nails, wood, fixtures, and everything that goes into building a house isn't the house itself. The house is the house. It's a solid effort, but she will not be listening to this, my man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she could read something this long. This guy's, wrote a paragraph here over on TikTok or whatever application this comment section is on. I'm pretty sure these are TikTok comments. I don't know. I don't have the application because I don't want to get further brain damage. But again, like she wouldn't be able to read all of this. Absolutely not. This is why I say for dudes, a lot of the time, if you sit here and you try and explain concepts to these women, it's a complete waste of your time. I find it very amazing that this woman was even married previously. Like, I feel for that woman's ex-husband. I don't know, is he still with us? Is he still alive? I have no idea. I probably wouldn't be. I probably would have lost my marbles a very long time ago listening to that nonsense. But you can't have discussions with these people, because they don't want to hear your explanations. They don't want to hear your logic. That's why I say, guys, save your sanity. Don't even bother. You cannot fix what is already broken. Just leave it be. Leave them alone to their own devices. And like the woman from the start of this particular video, they're going to be totally fine, guys. I'm sure. Save your peace of mind, to be honest.
He asks pure maths, 2 + 2, and she needs to jump to pregnant moms and atoms and pencils. It's impossible to win a discussion with someone like this. And that's the objective. If you can't even get past the first phase, then women don't have to acknowledge fault. Like this.
Feminism claims to be about equality, but is often confused with man-hating. How can feminists repair this misconception?
I don't think it's our job to repair.
I think it's some people's fragile egos, men in particular, that don't like being targeted.
What's up, my nigga? Oh, you gotta love when the feminists say this. We don't care if you think we hate you or not. If you think we hate you, you have a fragile ego. We may say things like men are disgusting monsters, unnecessary things that should be burned from the earth. But when we don't hate you, if you think that us saying we don't like you means we don't like you, you have a fragile ego. We don't need to repair this misconception. We don't care. Just do what we tell you to do and believe in equality even though we don't actually want it. I love the truth.
These clips are making this man progressively more and more wacky, and I completely understand. The comments are, feminism now is nothing but men hating all around. Stop lying. It's because they don't want to admit that they do hate men, so they gaslight and use the tactics they say men use while gaslighting. Excellent assessment, bro. Gold star for you. It's just funny how he just got done telling them it's misconcepted with man hating. So what did they do to drive the point home? Man hate. You're one of my favorite people on Instagram. You're hilarious. Yep, we're living in a real life shit show. Might as well grab some popcorn and enjoy this show. Don't forget the butter. Here we go. The right mentality. Moving on.
Researchers say they are seeing a trend of women dating down, which means, you know, a man who...
dating down.
All right,
Really?
all right, listen, it was in the prompt, right?
Really?
Who wrote that? I mean, who I say all that?
Jeez.
Disgruntled. This is just the reality of it. So women, you know, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold off until we get that great job, really career driven. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
All right.
I love how like these women consider men who are on their level or above them. They're just looking at your wallet, right? They never look at your morals. They never look at who you are as a person. It's like, if I earn more money than him, then apparently I'm above him, right? Because that's what they value, right? That's what they're looking at. They're looking at the size of a man's wallet. Again, you know, when these women cry and complain about dating and how dudes don't want them and they're struggling out here, this is why I laugh at them, because they're not even looking for love. Let's be real about it. You cannot convince me that these women who consider themselves to be dating down, if you earn less money than them, you can't convince me that they're out here looking for love. They're not out here to be wives or good girlfriends or anything like this. You will not be able to turn them into these things. And I think a lot of dudes understand this, which is why they laugh at you, why they completely ignore you, why they go their own way, why they leave the country to avoid women like you. I mean, it's disgusting.
So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, you know, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one, right? You can't be the one to pay for the meal and because you're dating down.
I hate that, yeah.
What is that about? It wasn't called dating down.
Right.
Yeah.
When men were the breadwinners and all that.
It's called taking care
now
of
it's
your family.
dating down.
Yeah.
What is that?
Are these women expecting the men to cover everything? They want those breadwinners, so they...
That's what it sounds like to me. By this particular
Yes,
study,
obviously.
I have to date down now.
I mean, what the hell is this? What is this gaslighting that this woman is doing, by the way? Oh, but we don't want the providers, she's trying to loosely say here. No, I mean, if you didn't want the dudes who had money, then you wouldn't be considering it dating down in the first place. It wouldn't even be part of the terminology. Guys, when have you ever, by the way, I just want to say this. When have you ever seen a man consider it dating down to date a woman that earns less money than him? Right? Consider this for a second. All the guys that become passport bros, for example, that go to other countries to find these more feminine women, right? Dudes who go to like the Philippines or Southeast Asia and things like this, do you really think that they consider themselves to be dating down when they go find some young feminine woman who will cook for him? She earns like, I don't know, $2 an hour in so far as their local currency translated to US dollars. Do you think the men consider that to be dating down? No, they probably consider it to be dating up compared to these women on this news panel, by the way. Like, let's get that clear for a second. Women can earn nothing, and dudes will probably consider it dating up as long as they don't have to date you. Because dudes oftentimes are looking at the quality of your character and whether or not you're feminine or not. Whether you're actually a pleasant person to be around. Are you going to give him a headache, or are you going to be pleasant to be around? I have not once in my life, guys, not once in my life ever heard a man, friend or otherwise, ever suggest that he was dating down because his woman or a woman was earning less money than him. What the hell is this, guys?
What is that?
That's what
you
I'm
wanted
saying.
to make more money, you make more money. What's the if there is a responsibility with making more money? First of all, I don't believe in any of it. But if there's a responsibility that comes with making more money, accept it. You wanted to make more money. Right. You know, are you going to find many men out there that makes as much as you do?
And my point is, so now you're going to, because we hear so much about women that are like, oh, there's nobody out there, there's no one out there, I can't find love, I'm getting too old. Now you're going to sacrifice the fact that you could find...
You gotta love it when men on the news are still men. It's rare, but you have to appreciate the little moments. Here are the top comments. When men do it, it's called dating. Not anymore. Interesting how the women don't have one logical comeback. None. Men never say dating down, we are taking care of a family. Women saying they are dating down is admitting that hypergamy was/is real in the first place. She got quiet when logic was presented. They always do. And if you made it to the end of this video, I want to say I appreciate you. So don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment to have a chance to win, and hit that subscribe button for daily videos.
I mean, I think this is absolutely ridiculous. I want to take it back to this clip that was earlier in the video, by the way. Just give me a second to find it, okay? you know, I really want to stress this whole dating down thing. I think this woman on this particular podcast here, if I can find it, actually, I'm not sure that I can. It was a great example of dudes dating down. Actually, we're just going to cut this part out, Barbara, honestly. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.